All right, so we have these polynomial functions in factored form, and we need to sketch the graphs. The first thing we want to do is we want to find the x-intercepts. So over here, my first x-intercept is 0, my second one is 4, my third one is positive 1. And then when doing our sketch, I'll label my x-intercepts 0, 1, positive 4. This is a cubic function. It's a positive cubic function. So positive cubic functions start on the bottom, end on the top over here. I like to draw them from the right side because it doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. It's going to pass through all x-intercepts. That would be our sketch. So any positive function, if it's odd or even, will end at the top, and any negative function, whether it's odd or even, will end at the bottom. So I like to start at the end and go back to the beginning. Let's take a look at the second one here. My x-intercepts are 1, -2, and positive 3. This is a negative function. It's cubic again. Again, I'll start by putting my x-intercepts, -2, 1, and 3. And since it's a negative function, it's going to end on the bottom here. It's going to pass through this one here. It's going to go through like this. And we can label the points, -2, 1, and go to the third one here. This one has a bracket squared, so it's going to be a bit different. This is again a positive function, and it's cubic because x times x squared is x cubed. My first 0 is just 0, and my second one is positive 3. Now when I sketch this out, it's going to be slightly different because of this square. Start by labeling our x-intercepts, 0 and 3. It's a positive function, so on the right side, it's going to go towards the top. But because of this square, that means it's going to bounce off the x-intercept of 3 because that x-intercept is squared. So it's going to actually bounce off the axis here, and it's going to go through this one like this. This fourth one is x plus 1 cubed. So I only have one x-intercept of -1. Now if it's cubed, it's going to look like a cubic function when passing through that x-intercept. So you can't just draw a straight line, or you can't curve it like that. It's actually going to look like a cubic function through that individual point. Fifth one here, this is a positive quartic function. First x-intercept is 0. If I hide that 2, this would have been -1, and then I'll just divide by this number. So -1/2 is the second one. Third intercept is positive 3, and last one is 5. I'll label these on my axis, -1/2, 0, 3, and 5. None of them are squared, so none of them reflect off the axis. It's a positive function. On the right side, it's going to come from the top. I'm going to go through this. I'm going to go through this one here, and then it's going to come back and look like that. -1/2, 3, and 5. Then last question here, both of these are squared. So this is actually, again, a quartic function because x squared times 3x squared is going to give me 3x to the power of 4. It's a positive function. Let me start my zeros. X equals to 0, x equals to 2/3, and both are reflected off the x-axis. 0 and 2/3, it's positive, so it's going to come from the top. Going to reflect off the x-axis, come back here and reflect again off the x-axis because both of these x-intercepts have squares on them.